What's good, YouTube? It's your boy K-Flex and I'm back here with another video, and today we're going to talk about, is there any free agents that the Miami Dolphins should bring back? Real quick, shout out to people who like this video before they even heard this sentence. Now let's get into the video. Ladies and gentlemen, I got this big old jacket on. It's snowing like crazy. It's like inches and inches and inches of snow outside right now. I am in the Midwest, okay, and it is very, very snowy. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to get into the video. So this is the first year in a long time where it's not some obvious guy that we should need to resign or else we're kind of thing. Like, for instance, last year was like, yo, we need to, or 2 years ago was it? When Xavier Howard's contract was running up, it's like, yo, we need to sign Xavier. Or we needed to sign Jarvis. Or, you know, we always needed to sign somebody and we didn't really need them to be able to go to free agency. Now, this year, it's completely different where there's really nobody that we have to sit up here and say, yo, we have to re-sign this guy. So let me just go name by name and just let y'all know why. Okay, first and foremost, Ryan Fitzpatrick. It speaks for itself. He speaks for himself. A bridge quarterback is that, a bridge quarterback. All right, nothing against Ryan Fitzpatrick, but I won't miss him next year if he doesn't return. I honestly think it's best for us and him if he leaves. The reason why it's best for us is because now we get to see Tua not have that security blanket, not have Ryan Fitzpatrick back there, no threat of Ryan Fitzpatrick coming in and trying to clutch the game when really it should be Tua trying to clutch the game. We have none of that no more, okay? And Ryan Fitzpatrick has no chance of starting on our team. Hell, he played well last year, pretty much outplayed Tua for a large majority of the seat, like when he was in the game, and still couldn't get no play time, okay? So, again, I don't see why Ryan Fitzpatrick would want to return, and I don't see why we'd want him back. He's a bridge quarterback, and I do respect him, and I respect everything he did, but he's a bridge quarterback. That's what bridge quarterbacks do. They play a season until your real quarterback is ready, and then they leave. That's all it is to it. Unless he wants to back up, which I know he doesn't want to do. He's made it clear already this offseason that he wants to play. So that's pretty much dead. Then you get to Matt Breida. Matt Breida had a disappointing season, and I had high hopes, but he had a pretty disappointing season. He's really fast. I think he's talented, but we by no means of the stretch of the imagination need Matt Breida. Matt Breida will not make or break us, so we don't need to re-sign him. It would be cool to have him, though. I do like Matt Breida a lot. I just think, you know, obviously our offensive line did not run block well, and he, as a result, he wasn't that good, but he does have the injury concerns. I would be okay with us re-signing Matt Breida, but it's definitely not unnecessary. It's definitely not. Okay, DeAndre Washington, I don't expect him to see him in the Dolphins jersey next year. There's just no space for him. Average what, 3.1 yards to carry. I mean, he's just not that great, and I just don't expect to see him anymore. Isaiah Ford, seems like it's been about to be his year for like 4 years now. Every year, ever since, you know, Jarvis trade rumors first came out, it was about this, oh, Isaiah Ford, and he's gonna come in, he's gonna take his spot, not miss a beat. I mean, he's been traded, been bought back. Nobody's gonna miss Isaiah Ford. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm being brutally honest in this video. Nobody's gonna miss Isaiah Ford. All right, period. If he ends up going somewhere else and being the next damn Wes Welker, so be it. But nobody's going to miss Isaiah Ford. He's had plenty of opportunities. We've been short at wide receiver since he's got here. He's had plenty of opportunities to kind of emerge as a guy, and he just has never been able to do so. And Mac Hollins, I think Mac Hollins, you know what I'm saying, he had some good catches this year. He was okay, but again, Mac Hollins should never be on nobody's field at this point in his career. He's not that good. The fact that we actually had him playing meaningful snaps this year shows how bad our receiving core was. I don't expect him to return either, like I said. So I just named up 5 players already. All right, we 4 minutes into the video, 3 minutes into the video. I named out 5 players right now that we are just good without having. All right, that nobody would really miss when they're gone or really even notice, okay? Why do I sound so cool in this video? I'm not trying to sound this cool, I promise you, but I'm just telling you right now, we don't really have no free agents that we really need to re-sign. Let's get to the next guy. Ted, okay? And Ted, you know, this is actually a starter right here. This is actually our starting center. And it just really depends on what we plan on doing with our center if we want to get a more talented or better center. Now, Ted, obviously, he could do, I guess he could be okay. He could do what you need him to do. I mean, he's not spectacular, but I mean, he's not the worst in the world. So he can do what you gotta do. And so I can see us re-signing him, but even if we don't, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like I said, again, he's the middle of the road. Like, I don't imagine we go and get a worse center whether he leaves or not. You really can't demand a lot of money. I don't think Ted, nobody's like bargaining for Ted at all. So I mean, and with Corey Lindsey hitting free agency and some of the actual stud centers, Alex Mack, even though Alex Mack kind of fell off, but I mean, he's still more talented than Ted. With these guys hitting free agency, we definitely don't need Ted, okay? That's just the facts. Julian Davenport. I think he was just thrown in the Laramie Tunsil deal just cause, hey, let's just try him out. But let's be honest, Julian Davenport has never been good. He's not with the Texans. He was like the worst left tackle in the league. He really never gets playtime with us, thank God. But he's never been good. I think he just threw him in there, whatever. Hey, go find another team, add depth somewhere else. We really never needed him. Adam Panky, the left guard. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I don't know who this is. No clue. No clue who he is. That's how I know he could go, because I just have no clue who Adam Panky is, okay? Devon Gottschall, this is where it gets interesting. And Devon Gottschall, I would love to keep him. This is one player where you say, this is the guy that we need to keep. This is the guy that we need to try to sign. This is the guy that we need to try to, keep here in the building. But to be honest with you guys, he was hurt all of last year. We had them to the number one defense, and our defense looked spectacular and just fine. It rolled along just fine. Not saying he wouldn't help. I'm just saying he can't really act like it's no pressure on us to re-sign him. He can't really ask for like huge amount of money from us, or like more, because honestly, Devon Gottschall was almost to the point, like, if he would have played this year and had a really good season, he would have demanded a lot more money, because 2 years ago he looked good. Him and Vince Beagle, who I'll get into later, they both looked really good. If they would have played this year, then we would have had two guys that say, hey, we got to pay him a lot of money to stay, because if Vince Beagle had another good year and then Devon Gottschall had another good year, that's two great players on the contract year, we might have to pay him a lot of money. But since they did get injured, unfortunately, and we still had a good defense without both of them, and they now know that we need neither one of them, they really can't demand that much, okay? Because we don't have to pay them acting like they're like the make or break of the team, because clearly they're not, because we did fine without them. So those two guys, though, are the only people that I would be like, oh my God, let's sign back. But again, it has to be at a steal. It has to be at a deal. It has to be at a reasonable price. It can't be overpaying either one of them, or even really stressing about either one of them, because we don't need them. They're good players. I'm not saying they're not, but we don't need them. Landon Roberts missed 100 tackles this year. I mean, he's just not, he's not important, okay? He did have a nice tackle in the backfield in one of them games when he just hit he has some nice plays, some big hits. He's a cool guy, he's strong, I guess. But again, we don't need a Landon Roberts, okay? He missed, if you look at his miss to make tackle ratio, it's really bad, okay? Then you got Kamu Grugier-Hill, who also we don't need. It's a special teamer, though. I don't think he'll cost that much. I would like to bring him back, because he's really fast and he's good. I guess he's good on special teams. As far as starting and actually playing linebacker minutes, though, we've seen how that happened this year when he actually got into the game. If you don't remember, he looked terrible. So I don't want to see him really in the game. But special teamers, he's cool. Oh my God, I messed up the thing. Special teams, he's cool, and that's about it. So then we get into Kavon Frasier, who I don't know who this is either. Yeah, I know I'm a real diehard Dolphin fan, but I don't know who this is either, so he can go. Because, like I said, if he's a special teamer, he probably is a special teamer. I don't know. He can go. And then we get to Matt Hawk, who, honestly, guys, I would like to re-sign. But at the end of the day, if you think I'm going to lose sleep over not being able to re-sign a punter, when we're not supposed to be punting the ball anyway, we're supposed to be scoring touchdowns, then, yeah, you got me wrong. You got me messed up, okay? Like I said, Matt Hawk, I like him. It was some games last season and early this season where he looked like the best player on the Dolphins. But, again, he's a punter. Yeah, shouldn't demand that much money. Bring him back, you know what I'm saying? And just so you have a solid punter, because he's solid, you know? He ain't the best punter in the world. He ain't the worst punter in the world. He's just in that middle. He's solid. He's consistent. So just you know what I'm saying? Pay him and bring him back. He shouldn't cost that much money. But just bring him back. But best believe we don't gotta panic about no damn Matt Hawk, because we ain't playing next year. We scoring touchdowns. We scored points. Okay. So I say all that to just let y'all know that, yeah, this year we have no free agents really to re-sign. You know, nobody that we're really pressing to re-sign. Obviously, we're gonna re-sign some of these people. Obviously, bring them back to team-friendly deals. But there's nobody that we have to really overextend to try to get them on board with the team, or try to get them to stay with us because we need them. We don't need a single one of these players. We're not going to take any more L's than we would have took with these players. Put it that way, okay? All right. I don't think any of these players right now are X factors in the regard that if we lose any of these guys, we're fucked, okay? Period. All right. Which is a relief, because now we can save a lot of money. We can be smarter with our deals, and we might get to pick up some of these free agents that are from other teams. such as the Corey Lindsey's of the world, such as receivers, whoever you want to name, T.Y. Hilton, Allen Robinson, whoever you want to name. If we sign Allen Robinson, though, it's going to be a huge contract, and you know, that's going to be nervous-wracking. Obviously, I'm going to be happy, but that's going to be pretty nerve-wracking because we're going to need him to come up big. But, yeah, other than that, like, get in the comments, what you guys think about the video. Let me know if you guys see things differently, that you guys want some of these free agents. You think we need to keep some of these or try to keep some of these guys. Me, personally, I don't really care about any of them. All right, get in the comments, what you guys did. Like, comment, subscribe. 1 to 11K. Okay, flexing. I'm out.